Well, good morning everyone and welcome back to Posh Cats Camping. It's the middle of March and we're looking forward to a new motorhome season in 2020. I've come along to Simpsons at Great Yarmouth and I'd like to thank them once again for allowing us to film some of their used and nearly new motorhomes. We are very grateful. I've got a couple of motorhomes to compare again today. I'm going to look at two this time, and the first one compares very nicely. Nice, clean, good value van, and not very old either. Let's take a look at it. Well, we're going to have a look at an Autotrail. This is marked up at £43,000 and it's a 2016 model. So it's 4 years old and looks a good size van to me and nice and clean. Let's go and have a look inside. Nice window in the door. And the usual door bin. Electric step. This van's got slightly higher chassis, so there's two steps to get in. And immediately we come in, we see a nice dining room, lounge up front here, with cloth seats, and as you can see, plenty of space here. Nice over cab window, and the Autotrails do have a taller area over the cab. This particular one has lockers, so absolutely ideal place for storing extra bedding if you're taking 4 people. It's a 4-berth motorhome, so some cavernous lockers there. There's a little portable TV built in here so that you can swing that down and watch it from the lounge area, and it's on a Fiat Ducato chassis with a 5-speed manual gearbox, and nothing unusual about the cab. Very Fiat indeed. Nice and clean. I'll put the mileage on the screen as I normally do. Has some lockers to the side over the cab as well, open lockers, shelving, and moving into the dining room, this table clearly extends so that you can seat up to, what would you say, 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 6 people. And the floor is nice and level, there's no step through there at all. Storage underneath these bunks, of course, and lockers above. Okay, now on the windows we do have blinds and fly screens. They're of a different style to some, with both fly screen and blind, oops, just push them back up, both coming from the top rather than top and bottom. And moving round to the side here, in the entrance door here we've got PowerPoint and 12-volt socket, no doubt, and TV point there if you wanted to. Instead of the built-in one, you could have a slightly bigger TV there. Storage for the table in here, so if you want to have an open lounge, you can take the table down. And moving towards the back corner here, we've got the heating system here with blown warm air, and above that is a quite spacious looking wardrobe. Now this is a lovely deep wardrobe. Inside of that we've got the TV aerial, and this is one of those adjustable up and down TV aerials, which you can swing around for direction, and also the Vision Plus TV booster. And right in the corner of here we have the French bed. Now there's a little cut off here, not too bad. It looks quite generous in width, and lockers above with a skylight that opens as well. And of course, I don't always mention this, but these generally have blackout blinds, and if I can just about reach, there's a fly screen as well. which you can go half and half if you want to. Storage under the bed, of course. Always lots of storage under a French bed. The bed swings up like so, and you can get all your big items under there for chairs and so on. And just to the side here, the washroom. A nice frosted window, and above the window is a locker. Nice big locker there for all your lotions and potions. And your basin with a follow-through shelf. Mirror to the side, and a electric flushing toilet. And there's a step up into the washroom, and right in the corner of the van is the shower, which is got a door, so it's all enclosed shower. Not enormous, but plenty, adequate enough, with a little chrome shelving and a rail inside as well. Really handy for hanging wet coats, we find. And above here we've got the opening skylight again, as the same as over the bed. And there's a towel rail on the inside of the door. So everything you need there. One more cupboard with lots of shelving. Now I would suspect that you'd put your clothing and so on in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. And into the kitchen then. A nice standalone hob and oven unit, and we've got 3 gas, 1 electric. Getting used to seeing these by now, aren't we? Separate grill, separate oven, and I think this one opens to the side. Yeah, it does. There we go. So there's a side opening oven door and space below for your pots and pans, and a nice little cupboard here in the kitchen. And I would imagine this is where you're going to put cutlery. Quite compact there, so you might need to put some of your cutlery and you know, bigger items in there. Okay, fridge. Again, gas or electric. Doesn't run on 12 volt unless you're driving, but LPG and mains electricity. And then nice big oblong sink, stainless steel. And what's that round thing in the middle I hear you call? Well, if we give that a little tug, up it comes. Appliances as well, and that slides down into the workspace. Okay, that's pretty much everything. I think you've got some nice racks in there for your plates and your cups, and the standard Daewoo microwave, which we see in a lot of motorhomes of this type. The thing about the Autotrail is you do get this nice dome over the dining room area, and this always feels very spacious to me. So plenty of headroom with this van. It is taller than some of the motorhomes because it's on a higher chassis as well, but not so that you'd notice. It just gives you added comfort in my view. Let's have a look outside. A very nice Autotrail livery. We get used to that. See a lot of these vans about now. LPG to the side here with the Truma boiler outlet. Locker for under bed storage. And that's where the French bed is, just inside, that we just looked at. There's your freshwater filler cap. And going around to the back of the van, we've got a cycle rack fitted and a reversing camera. And round to this side, the toilet emptying door and the vents for the fridge. And this one here, I'll put money on it, this is your electric hookup point. There we are. Lovely clean looking van. That's a 2016 Autotrail Imala. Well, next van I'm going to look at this morning is from Elddis, and it's 2017 Elddis Encore, and this one's priced at £44,000, and it's on a Peugeot chassis, so you know already that this is a manual gearbox, diesel engine, and round to the side here, quite a stylish livery, and privacy glass windows. Looks quite nice. It's a 254 model by the looks of it, and no alloys on this one, and no outside canopy either for this one, but we do have a nice window in the door. I think I may have already said that. Okay, let's have a little look inside this one. The usual bin, and this is on a low line chassis, so there's just a one step up, no electric step on this particular one, and a slightly different layout on this one, but we've got the parallel benches in the lounge, which clearly makes up into a double, and a step up into this area. So we get into the cab. These cab seats will swivel, of course, making it plenty of seating here for 6 people in the lounge, and nothing unusual about the Peugeot cab. We've seen it before. Again, the over cab window. It's a winding opener on this particular one, and has fly screen and blind as before, and the bins in the side. So principles are all the same, slightly different style, and some reading lights here, which are very useful for in the cab or when you're reading at night when the seats are swiveled. So look at these lockers now, slightly different catches. They always try and catch us out with those catches, don't they? Nice deep lockers, and I like the stylish chrome finish on the lockers. And here we are with the TV aerial, and again a directional aerial on the roof. All very nice. Curtains to match the quite neutral looking furniture, really, with a wipe clean leatherish, it's a synthetic material, but it's quite a nice warm to touch material, and an off-white or a beige, almost beige seating. And round to this side there's a place here clearly for your television with PowerPoints just under there, and this side the same lockers really. Above my head here there's a nice opening skylight with the fly screen and the blackout blind, and under my feet I noticed there's a trapdoor, and that wouldn't be right if I wasn't nosy, so if I spin round, there we are. Now that looks like a compartment for leisure batteries, but between the batteries and the floor itself there's storage for shoes. That would be ideal for shoes, or anything else I suppose, but the first thing that sprung to mind for me. Let's have a little look in the washroom. Now this washroom is a wet room, so the shower is here. There is a shower curtain rail, but no curtain at the moment, and I can see some nice cupboards. Yep, nice tall cupboards, plenty deep enough for all of your bottles and shower gels and things. There's a little towel rail just down there which heats the washroom, no doubt, and electric flush toilet, of course. There's a little what I call the salad bowl basin, which they're quite small, but people seem to like them. I'm not a fan, you've probably already gathered if you watch some of my videos. Big mirror in the corner there, double mirror, and a skylight above for ventilation. Again, a wet room, so you do have to pull that shower curtain round to prevent everywhere from getting wet. But That's not too much of a problem. There's a reasonable amount of space in there too. Okay, moving to the kitchen. Somebody's pulled the blind down in the kitchen, but we'll put that up. There we are. And you can see again, same old story, 3 gas, 1 electric with the glass worktop, and again separate oven and grill, and storage below for your pots and pans. And the same is true of this little chest of drawers here, and no doubt somebody's had a tray in there for the cutlery, and 3 drawers. They're not soft close, but they do click shut, and so they don't spring open when you're driving along. And above here we've got very nice cupboard there for your plates and other things. The microwave, which is almost identical to most of them motorhomes of this age and type, and a really nice big round enamel sink with a cover, which I always take those covers off when I'm driving along. I'll let your imagination do the rest, but not really comfortable with them sitting there waiting to fly off if you hit the brakes. Now this is an interesting start in the bedroom. I can't see any way of shutting the bedroom off from the rest of the van. What I'd like to have seen would be perhaps a curtain rail, but there's no evidence of it. I don't think it would take an awful lot to put a curtain rail up, and if I were to buy this van, that would be what I would do. Before I get right into the bedroom, I'm going to have a quick look at the fridge, and we've seen a lot of these slimline fridges now, very common Dometic slimline fridges with the freezer box in the top. If I can do, oh, there we are. Hey, there we are. That's the one. There's your freezer box, and they are, you know, very adequate. Plenty of room in there for all of your groceries to stay cool. And as a little, if I can, oh, there we are. Open that one. There's a little locker above as well for some things that you don't use too often. Wardrobe. Now it looks like there's a wardrobe either side of the bed here, on this side and one t'other. The Alder wet heating system in this one, always an advantage, I think, and you do pay more for it. That's the reservoir for the wet heating. And then underneath here, now I think, yes, this slides out for your morning cup of coffee. Handy for putting your spectacles on, or your iPad, and then some little drawers as well for whatever you fancy in there. Same the other side of the bed there, little chest of drawers and a wardrobe. Lights over the bed, and this bed is in night mode. Looks to me as if that would slide up so you could use it in day mode. That gives you a little bit more space at the end of the bed, and there's a nice flap there that I think could possibly be used as a desk. You could sit on with the bed pushed back. You could sit on the bed and use your laptop and have a nice view at the same time. That works for me. Another little vanity unit in the corner there with a mirror for ladies and gents to do their makeup, and cupboard below. And also I noticed there's a TV point there, so you could, if you want to, put a TV on there and watch television in bed, and why not? Okay, skylight over the bed, if I hadn't already mentioned it. So all in all, a different layout again. Wouldn't be for everyone, and I have to say I think you've got an awful lot of room there in this van taken up by the bed, but some people who sleep is very important and rest is very important, this van would work perfectly for 2 or 4 people, in fact. Let's have a look around the outside. I like the privacy glass windows. They are nice with the livery. It looks very smart, this van. No alloy wheels, and no canopy, no cycle rack, and no evidence at this point of a reversing camera. Two lockers on the side here. This clearly is where you're going to fill up your fresh water, your LPG, and also storage in there. Your electric hookup is this point here. Vents for your fridge freezer, of course, and toilet emptying locker. Very nice van, very clean and tidy. So that's the Elddis Encore 254. Well, I hope you like that look around 2 motorhomes from Simpsons of Great Yarmouth. Our thanks go out to Simpsons for allowing us to film and providing us some nice tea and coffee along the day whilst our motorhome is being serviced. So we do really appreciate it. Until next time, bye bye for now.